Hi viewers, welcome back to the weekly video. Myself Brijesh Bhatia from Deal Money Securities Private Limited. So last week we have seen Nifty coming back very strongly, and if you look at remember the last week video where we have suggested a buy recommendations going lock at 11,450 11,500 zone, and though we were expecting around 11,800, that levels has been surpassed and we have seen 11,900, a 4% gain into the Nifty. Also, we discussed Bank Nifty would likely to outperform in last couple of videos, and we have seen last week Bank Nifty gaining around 7%. So it's been a strong momentum for bulls into the equity side. In this video, we'll be discussing more on the financial service than Nifty. We think this is the one sector which has been underperforming for quite long. We have been regularly discussing Bank Nifty to Nifty ratio charts, and in this video, we think it's time to look at Nifty financials to Nifty ratio charts. So it's been a talk in on the street that heard on street that financials and banking could underperform over the liquidity issues or the government's expenditure, unemployment rate, people are having the funding issues. So keeping all that aside, we'll be this in this video we'll be just focusing on the technical side of the Nifty Financial Service Index. So let's move on to it. If you look at the first chart, it's Nifty Financial Services to Nifty ratio charts. So I've taken a weekly right from 2012 data, and if I just look at the first chart, 2013 and 2020 has been comparable move. Why? Because if you look at this is the two instance since 2012 where this index or the ratio chart has dipped more than 20%. So it was one where it has dipped around 20-21% in 2013, and right now it's around 23% down. So that's the reason I have compared these two instances, 2020 over 2013. Now, if you look at the time cycle wise, the first move in 2013, it has taken around 38 weeks to fall. Again, the ratio chart, it's being the ratio chart where we are discussing. It has taken 38 weeks, and if you look at the recent move where it has dipped around 23%, it has taken around 30 weeks. Now, if I just calculate the fib time, and it's around 78%, 78.6% fib time. What does this mean? That if you look at 2013, it was around 38 weeks, and if we just multiply it by 78.6 fib time, which means it's 78.6%. So if you multiply 38 into 78.6%, it gives you around 29 point something something. So it's round off, if I just look, it's 30. So if you look at the fib time, the bottom which we have made recently, it's exactly at 30 weeks. So we think that as per the fib time, the short term bottom is in place. Second, if you look at the 50 weekly moving average on your chart, so 50 weekly moving average, when the prices deviate more than 10% from the 50 weekly average, it tends to come back towards the average, and we are again witnessing it has deviated more than 10% and coming back. We have seen a strong up move in the last couple of weeks. So that's the other instance where we think that there is a likely chance for bulls to come back very strongly. Third, now if you look at with the time and moving average, let's move on to the oscillators, the RSI, which we have included on your screen. Now if you look at the RSI, there are only 3 instances on the weekly basis with RSI 14 default which we have taken. There are only 3 instances since 2013 where it has moved into the oversold territory. So basically the 30 levels for RSI is oversold territory, 70 is for overbought territory. Now if I just look at 2013, 2016, 2020, these are the only 3 instances where RSI has dipped towards 30 level marks, and we think that when it touches around 30 level marks, the recovery and the bullish momentum is very much faster. And if you look at the history move, it clearly indicates that thing. And now we think that even if you look at the 2020 move, we are witnessing positive divergence. So basically what is positive divergence is when your price action makes lower low, your RSI makes higher low. So if you look at on the screen, it clearly indicated the prices, the index is making, the ratio chart is making lower low, whereas if you look at the RSI, it's making higher low. So that's a positive divergence. So 3 instances below 30, 2013, 2016, 2020, and with positive divergence in 2020, we think that the short term bottom on these ratio chart is placed. So it's a time for financial services to come back very strongly, and we are expecting that to happen. Now let's move on to the financial services weekly chart, the only chart. We are not taking the ratio charts over here now. And if you look at that momentum, Again 2013 to 2015 a rally, 2016 a dip. If you look at that dip, it has taken support at 61.8% retracements precisely. Now, if you look at where the rally has started from 2016, we have seen a one-way rally from 2016 to 2020 start, and again we have seen again witnessing a dip into with the corona virus fall. You can say we are witnessing a major dip into that index. Now, if you look at that move from 2016 low to 2020 low, again it's been 61.8% retracements. So the things are playing very well for 2013 and 2016. So it is generally known as technical fracture. And if I just look at the red lines on your screen, so previous resistance or previous highs are now acting as a support zone. So it is adding a fuel to the support bullish momentum for the price action. So now we think that it's time for financial services. So next couple of quarters, it's time for financial services to strongly outperform over the Nifty, and we are also witnessing in Bank Nifty these things are happening. So BFSI could be the next segment for next couple of quarters where we are expecting things to come back strongly on these sectors. So next two quarter, look for financial index. We are expecting the target of around 14,000. So it's currently around 11,500, 11,600, 11,014 and 14,000 to 15,000 levels is the target which we are expecting in next two quarters on financial service index. So definitely a time for financials to be invested. Thank you.